We all know neuroplasticity now. We can change our mind by where we focus our attention. We all have, many of us have these deep ruts of what's wrong, and we'll complain, and we like to go down that path, and we feel like it brings us together with other people. Oh, this is terrible, or the boss did this, and I can't believe the client was like this. We go down this awful path, and we get this really deep rut in our brain that just is so used to it, it's just what we default to. But every time we turn towards gratitude, we turn towards what's working. We got this little, maybe it's just a little neural pathway. But let's focus, what's going well, what's going right. Every time we do that, we start growing synapses between those neurons. We start growing new neurons in that area because we're using it. At some point, the goal is to sort of have this be the default, this positive instead of this negative, which is maybe so deep right now. Over time, some of these synapses go away, and this deep-rutted complaining, and some of these positive, optimistic ones come up. The goal is to just do it enough so that this happens more often. Positive happens more often. It's neuroscience. We know that neurons that fire together, wire together, we're going to get stronger and better at that the more we do it. So the happiness habits, the sitting down, writing it down, is a great way to habitualize that effort, and then that starts bringing your whole life more positive. So that's gratitude. It is worth doing. We're going to talk about some other habits. At the end, I'm going to ask you to commit. Of course, you don't have to, but I'm going to ask you to commit to one, to just try it out for 21 days. And so think about these as we're going through them. If there's one that just pulls you and draws you in, something you can do. Now we're going to go on to number 2. A lot of people know a lot about gratitude. Oprah talks about it a lot. She doesn't always talk about the science behind it, but there's so much science. This one is really well known as well, but not one that we would have thought we could have brought into the office, which is conscious acts of kindness. There's so much research that says if we do nice things for people, we get a nice happiness boost. We feel really good about ourselves. If we're given $10 and we're given an option to create a gift for somebody else or create an experience or to do something for ourselves, we always get happier when we're doing it for someone else, especially if we care about them, right? But even if it's a stranger, we feel better. So what Sean has done in all of his work with big banks, with big Fortune 500 companies, is trying to convert that great research into something that we can do each day, that we can do in the office and actually create that opportunity. So conscious acts of kindness, I'm going to turn to Sean.
The last one is conscious acts of kindness.